These are some practices to be used in combination with the Safe and Sound protocol. This is adapted from Unite's resources, which people can obtain this information easily in written form from if they would like. Nervous system regulating activities for children. Building regulatory capacity through development. Early life experiences that include supportive, multi-sensory input and attuned relationships are necessary and formative to brain development. As children learn to self-regulate through the experience of co-regulation with others. Play is also essential to the developmental process of all children. Engaging in playful activities with children creates the prime conditions for building regulatory capacities later in life. It is best to introduce and practice these activities with your child before starting the SSP or any other integrated listening systems programs, so that they are already safe and familiar for your child or any child that you might be working with. We can start with play. When delivering the SSP to children, we want to create opportunities for playful engagement between you and the child, or between the child and their caregivers. In some cases, you may need to model play and support both the child and the caregiver with co-regulation so that they can all experience the regulating benefits. We might choose to use blocks, Legos, Jenga, Magna-Tiles, Duplo, whatever you may choose. You want to provide access to the blocks in an environment that allows for movement, ideally on the floor. Let the child explore the blocks. Model different types of activities like stacking, sorting, or arranging blocks. Stay responsive to the child's cues and engage in opportunities for shared play. Rationale. Block play allows children to explore the materials and environment, physical and social qualities, building essential functional skills. We can also use pretend or imaginative play. Provide access to toys that allow children to have a variety of qualities to create scenarios and enact stories. Example, cars, character figures, stuffed animals, dolls, pretend food, etc. Stay responsive to the child's cues and inquire and engage in opportunities for possibly shared play. Rationale. Pretend play helps clients and children develop foundational social emotional skills, creating, activity, and expressing. Free play. Provide access to a variety of toys, materials, and environmental objects. Allow a child to self-select preferred activities. Observe the child's selection, looking for preference, style of play, and preferred body position, staying responsive to the child's cues, and engage in opportunities for shared play. Rationale. Unstructured, quiet, and active play are predictive of regulatory capacity in later years. When paired with harmonious and safe relationships, play contributes to the development of pro-social behaviors like communication and collaboration, and leads to development of language, executive functions, and other cognitive skills. Sensory. Sensory processing refers to how we take in information in through sensory systems. Most sensory activities include stimuli from multiple sensory systems and should be individualized for each child based on their needs and preferences. Sensory strategies that are regulating or supportive for some may be dysregulating and unsupportive for others. A sensory-informed evaluation will help guide activity selection. Sensory bins are containers with multisensory objects. They may include a variety of manipulative, like Play-Doh, fidget toys, and sticks, and items with different textures, and like cotton balls, water beads, rice paper, small figurines. Sensory bins can be customized based on developmental needs and preferences, and can be economically designed using familiar household materials. Allow the child to freely explore the sensory bins. You can provide deep pressure by rolling or pressing an exercise ball or foam cylinder over a child's extremity if they like that, only with their consent. Get permission, start slowly and gently, and only increase as they want. Try to pace the pressure so it provides synchrony with the child's exhale in a rhythmic, predictable manner. Stay responsive to the child's cues throughout. Rationale. Sensory strategies have been found to help improve sensory motor skills, motor planning, socialization, attention, and behavioral regulation. Other related skills and achievement of individual goals. Swinging. Swinging helps reduce stress by stimulating the vestibular system with some light rocking, perhaps, Consider using everyday equipment such as rocking chairs, playground swings or hammocks, and sensory equipment in a clinic or gym. Start slowly and gently and increase the speed and duration to the child's tolerance. Activities could include bouncing up and down on a exercise ball or holding and swaying the child. Rationale. When paired with music, rhythmic movement has found to improve self-regulation and executive function. Vestibular stimulation through swinging has been found to reduce stress and is measured by decreases in blood pressure, respiratory rate, and improved sleep quality. Creative arts. Creativity is the expression of the social engagement system. Use creative arts like drawing, painting, and other modalities to provide children with a right brain modality to support hemispheric integration and autonomic regulation. Finger painting. You can even use shaving cream, whipped cream, paint, or sand. Seated at a desk or table, provide dollops of shaving cream perhaps, or access to similar materials. Allow the child to freely explore the material. For those who are reluctant to touch or may get hands messy, you may consider sealing the paint in a large Ziploc bag. You may encourage the child to spread the shaving cream to create a canvas, finger painting in the shaving cream. You can use free drawing. Provide access to drawing or coloring materials, crayons, markers, dry erase markers, etc. Assist the child in finding a comfortable position and appropriate surface, and if developmentally appropriate, ask them to describe or title their work. Partner drawing. Provide access to drawing or coloring materials, crayon, markers, dry erase markers. Sitting with the child, encourage them to start drawing a picture such as the head of a monster. Take turns drawing one's additional element to the picture. The child draws the arms, maybe you draw the legs, and so on. Once complete, prompt the child to give the picture a name or create a story about it if they choose. Rationale. Drawing can be an effective strategy for self-regulation in children, alongside helping to identify and express emotions. Movement. Coordinated movement is a voluntary bodily function informed by sensory information and quality communication between the brain and body. Use structured and unstructured movement to reinforce brain-body connection and regulation. Nature walk. Identify a natural area with enough space to wander. Walk with the child through nature, allowing the child to freely explore the environment. Rationale. Nature walks can improve mental health symptoms, such as reducing anxiety and depression, and a reduction in stress is also observed in group participants and is shown to particularly affect regulation in children. Yoga. You can try those child-friendly yoga poses and provide access to an open space that allows for movement. A yoga mat is totally optional. You can guide the child through yoga poses perhaps and encourage them to breathe through it. If developmentally appropriate, you can encourage the child to pair animal sounds or to express with the, can you hiss your breath perhaps like a snake? You might try mountain pose, standing tall like a mountain, or dog pose with your paws on the ground and bow your head between your arms like a puppy. You could try cat and cow pose. On hands and knees, curl your spine like a cat, and then you can drop your belly and arch your back, looking forward. Snake pose, lying on your belly with your hands on the ground and pushing your chest up, perhaps, and hissing like a snake. Or frog pose, squatting on the ground with your knees bent like a frog, perhaps turning your head side to side and sticking out your tongue to catch a fly. Rationale. Yoga has demonstrated the ability to reduce anxiety and to help support autonomic regulation. Breathing. You can help a child feel grounded with deep, slow breaths. You can even use games to make it fun and playful. Encourage the child to feel the moment in their belly, maybe their chest, or maybe their face. Breathing games. Practice breathing out, like blowing out a candle with pursed lips. Maybe blowing soap bubbles through a straw to create a bubble in the air. Or blowing soap bubbles with pursed lips and take turns blowing and popping. Maybe you practice bumblebee or hummingbird breaths by humming with closed lips while breathing out. Rationale. Diaphragmatic and slow breathing has demonstrated positive effects on attention, affect, and autonomic regulation, including in child populations. General strategies to enhance co-regulation and safety during the activities. Sitting on or being held by a caregiver during activity, using a calm, relaxed vocal tone delivered at a moderate speed, using trauma-sensitive touch to demonstrate social engagement like high five, enhance facial expressions to show curiosity and encouragement, using eye contact and body position based on the child's needs, and to create safety and connection. Remember that a child's ability to engage may fluctuate throughout and between listening sessions. Staying present and engaged, even if it appears the child is not. Look for opportunities to model, take turns, and offer that will support the child as they explore and complete activities. Attune to the child's autonomic state through the activity and modifying the program, delivery, and activity participation accordingly.